In 1973, just as recombinant DNA technology was beginning to be developed, the scientific community met to discuss safety concerns at the Asilomar Conference Center in Pacific Grove, California. They wanted to discuss in private a way to develop a system of voluntary controls that would leave scientists in charge of oversight. Then, in February 1975, a larger and more public meeting was held at Asilomar. By then, serious safety issues were emerging, including the possibility of uncontrolled experiments, mutant viruses, new pathogens, and threats to human health. It was a rare collective discussion by scientists involved in a new technology, but it was by no means open-ended. Those who attended were not so much concerned with public safety as they were determined to forestall a larger, potentially more acrimonious public debate over the risks of genetic engineering. According to science historian Susan Wright, the assembled scientists decided that they would be self-regulating. They believed that they could come up with the technological fixes for any problems that might arise, and they preserved for themselves the exclusive right to define, regulate, and benefit from genetic engineering. There was, according to Wright, virtual unanimity for this idea. She said it bore, within it, the seeds of a technological solution expressed in personal and economic interests. These decisions created a central role for the research community in policymaking, to the exclusion of society in general. From then on, Wright says, this reductionist discourse became dogma and eventually defined the boundaries of the public's role in genetic engineering. As a result of this one remarkable meeting, which occurred long before the products of genetic engineering were commercialized, there has never been a public debate about the risks and benefits of this revolutionary new technology. Watson's speech at Berkeley ended with the enthusiastic applause of his colleagues. For his part, Watson was not simply betraying his own cynicism about the role of the public. He was revealing a much deeper animus that underlies genetic engineering and all its progeny. The age-old idea that mankind is entitled to control the natural world. And it reveals a more subtle foe, the danger to our democracy that comes from any diminution of the public discourse. The right to choose what we eat and to know what is in our food is a fundamental human freedom. But the decisions made at Asilomar by men like Watson undermined the role of the public and our government in securing our environmental health and public safety. Agricultural biotechnology was commercialized without regard to these important citizen and consumer rights. This is the soft tyranny of the technological elite. James Madison, the fourth President of the United States, warned us that our liberty was at stake when we no longer participated in decisions about something as fundamental as what we eat, when he said, "A popular government without popular information or the means to acquire it is a prologue to a farce, or a tragedy, or perhaps both." It is most definitely the path of uncertain peril.